Well, it had to happen eventually, didn't it? After almost 13 and a half years, I'm sad to say that I'm going to be retiring from making videos on YouTube. Noiseberry Games, Jardev will stop uploading videos as of now. This is something that I have been thinking about doing for probably about a year and a half. For the last year and a half, I've literally flip-flopped back and forth constantly. One week I'll be like, I've had enough, I'm finishing, I'm done with it. And then the next I'll be like, well, maybe I'll just keep going for a little bit more. Maybe I'll just, get to the end of this year, do my Game of the Year stuff, and then stop. And eventually the flop side, or the flip side, won out, and yeah, about a week and a half ago, about 2 weeks ago, I decided to stop for real, and that's why I'm making this video, and that's why this video is going out. There are a few reasons for why I'm stopping. The main one is the obvious one. The views just are not there in the slightest. For a long time I was just happy making videos for myself, but eventually it did become a little bit too much like a job, and the time invested was a little bit like a job, and then the results, I guess, were just not there whatsoever. I mean, here we can have a look right now. Here are all the latest videos, and for the most part, apart from like an outlier, which is just mostly people being mad that I didn't like UFC 6. But the top ones are pretty typical here, views in the tens, which is just not good enough anymore. I just can't be putting in, I mean, The Adventures of Elliot, that's the newest one, that'll probably go up slightly. But that one really did take, I played the game for 20 hours, I had to sort through 10 hours of footage to make the video. That took a lot of work, and to get 15 views, it's just not worth my time anymore. If we scroll like way back, you can see like, yeah, apart from a couple of outliers, every video is under 100 views. And like, yeah, I just can't do that anymore. It's never been about the money. Maybe in the first like year, I hoped I could make it full time. Became very, very obvious very, very quickly that that was never gonna happen. So for the last 12 years or whatever, it's just been a fun hobby. And yeah, like it doesn't earn any money whatsoever. Like it earns like 20 bucks a month, whatever. But yeah, if people were enjoying the videos and watching the videos and engaged with the videos, I would have happily done it for absolutely no money whatsoever. The money has never been a thing. The ad revenue does not matter to me. But yeah, when I'm putting hours into videos and they're getting tens of views, the majority of which are not going to be real views, the majority of these 15 people will have clicked off in the first minute probably. And it's not like these numbers are like new. I think like even if we go back, I don't know, yeah, like mid 2025, they're all still about the same level of views. The occasional outlier, but most of them below 100 views. And yeah, that's been pretty typical of the channel for a long time. Would you believe me if I told you that the channel peaked more than 10 years ago, more than a decade ago? I can show you. Let's have a look at the analytics. I don't think I've ever shown any of this stuff publicly before, so it might be a little bit interesting. These are the lifetime views. The channel in its lifetime has got 15 million views. I mean, that is incredible. I'm so proud of that. But you can see that it really did peak, started climbing very quickly in 2014, stayed pretty consistent 2014, 2015, a little bit 2016, and then it dropped off a little bit, but still pretty good. But I mean, if you look at this graph, you can see right there, it's like right here, mid-2019, it just dropped off, just fell off completely. I don't fully know what that change was. I'm guessing some kind of YouTube change. I've never censored myself on this channel. The videos I make with Chris and Taylor have been probably quite unhinged at times, and so it's never been a particularly advertiser-friendly channel. And I'm guessing probably around this time is when YouTube was like, that's enough of these guys, let's not show them to people anymore. And yeah, really from that point on, you can see the views just dropped and just kept dropping and kept dropping. The occasional spike, but yeah, mostly dropped pretty badly. And honestly, for like most of this time, the top views or the top viewed videos are not newer videos. Here's the top content of all time. It's all Don't Starve and my Persona documentary. Thank God for my Persona documentary. A random wrestling video that should not really be on this channel, but I did it because it was fun. And my Bloodstained video, pretty good. I think if the videos had got like, I don't know, like 4 times as many views, I mean, even that's not enough when a video is getting 15 views. I might have kept doing it, but yeah, like if the videos were, you know, in the hundreds and occasionally going up to the thousands, I would have been happy. I would have kept doing this for a long time. But I decided now is the time to stop. I loved doing the reviews, but eventually I was sort of not upset when I would get a review code, but a little bit put out because I'd often be in the middle of a game and I would get a review code for a new game that I'd probably requested and be like, oh, now I've got to drop the game I was playing and I've got to play this new game, which really sounds like a, you know, oh, poor me, and I totally get that. But eventually I was like, I don't know if I want these new games anymore. I feel like if there's a new game I really want to play, I'll buy it when I'm ready to play it, instead of having to drop whatever I was playing and just play this new game for 2 weeks or whatever. Very much a, you know, first world problem, but it was just something I was thinking about for the last while. In hindsight, I would have done things quite a bit differently. You know, I don't think this channel ever would have got off the ground if it wasn't for the Don't Starve content right at the start. I just would not have gone so heavily on the Don't Starve content because that meant that in 2014 and 2015, people were subscribing to watch me play Don't Starve, and eventually I got sick of playing Don't Starve and just dropped it completely. Yeah, in hindsight, I would have tried to ease off Don't Starve a little bit more instead of stopping it completely and mix in other videos so people would get used to there being less Don't Starve. But yeah, I drove the vast majority of subscribers away, and YouTube doesn't like when creators branch out. If I had just been a Don't Starve creator for the last 13 years, they would have loved that. They would have loved to have me as the Don't Starve channel. I watch a ton of Soulsborne creators, and you can see it in their views whenever they do a video that's not Elden Ring or Dark Souls. The views are not even close to as high. But obviously they're aware of that because the very next video will be a Dark Souls one, so that they're not going to get, you know, hidden by YouTube for not doing the right content. Anyway, yeah, I probably would have done different things in hindsight, but what a crazy ride it's been, and it's a ride I'm very, very proud of. I'm very proud of this channel, and yeah, I don't regret a thing. It's been a great part of my life for 13 and a half years, but I'm ready to move on from it. Just to round off the video, I would like to thank a few people. Permit me this self-indulgent moment. Obviously, have to thank Robbie, who started the channel with me 13 and a half years ago. I probably never would have started making YouTube videos without Robbie. I know I very quickly pivoted to making solo videos, which is where the channel kind of ended up eventually, but I don't think I would have done it without Robbie, so thank you to Robbie. Thank you to Pastrami, Whiskey, Fitz, however you recognize him as. You know, met him in, what, 2014, 2015? Still sort of keep in touch even to this day. We don't talk that often, but you know, he was pretty essential to this channel. Sorry, we're not going to get to do another Damned 2 video that's Halloween made. Obviously, Chris and Taylor, they've been on this channel for, I think, might actually be about 10 years now. It's either 9 years or 10 years. They've been part of the channel, I think, longer than Robbie was, and I've made some of the best videos ever with them. I go back to watch our content more than anything on the channel. I think the one I watch the most for some reason is like the best of Lethal Company. I just think that video is so fun. And of course, a massive, massive thank you to Sean Heatherly. I'm sure you don't want to hear this in this part of the video, but I think without your support, your viewership, I would have stopped this a long, long time ago. When I say that 15 people watch a video, and you are probably the only person to watch the video to the end, you are the only person to comment on the majority of videos, Yeah, can't thank you enough. You've supported me on Patreon for a long time. Speaking of which, the Patreon will be closing after this video, of course. But yeah, I just want to say thank you very much, Sean, because your support has meant the world to me for the last 12 years, I guess. I'm pretty sure you found the channel back in the Don't Starve days, I think in like 2014 or something, so you've been part of this channel for a very long time. I want to say thank you to Clay Entertainment, the developer and publisher of Don't Starve. They were very supportive of me very early on in the channel when I was making Don't Starve videos. They sent me like 30 codes for Don't Starve together, and like every time I decided to play it with friends, they didn't have to go out and buy it. I was like, let me go back and check this email from 10 years ago and see if any of the codes still work. And they did. So thank you, Clay. I want to thank Alex and Holly from Craft Public Relations. I want to thank Olivier from Ubisoft. I want to thank Katie from Fourth Floor. And I want to thank Brigitte from EA. These people all allowed me to do reviews of games that I never thought I would get the chance to and that I didn't have the viewership for, but I was always able to get review codes for games I was very excited to play, so thank you very much to all of them. That will wrap it up. That's all I had planned for this video. If you want to keep up with me, I'll still tweet occasionally at SirJohnSnow on Twitter. That's pretty much the only social media you'll find me on anymore. But yeah, if you want to, I'll tweet out very occasionally, like what kind of things I'm playing, and things like that. So yeah, just follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up. But that'll be it from now on. A bit of a sad video for sure, but it's one I've made my peace with recently. And, I am just, as cliche as it is, I am very happy that the whole channel happened. I'm not sad that it's over. I'm happy that it happened. So thank you very much for your support over all these years. And I'll see you around. Bye.